Miami is a top domestic and international tourist destination, and many come and go through Miami every day. Across our country, across the world, people want to be in Miami and have fun in Miami. But we are more than just fun. Miami's our home. And what we have had to do over the course of many years is to deliberately invest in our community to make sure that our communities can be able to have a diversified economy. Miami, as a community, faces significant challenges due to market and climate pressures. Historically vibrant communities of color are experiencing displacement, losing residents, and seeing the character of entire neighborhoods change. Fighting these trends is at the heart of the 3C Miami team. Miami team is advancing an emerging preservation and new construction strategy for smaller buildings and for existing community members.
Three C's is connecting capital to community, really providing a pathway for people to understand the capital that exists in their community, the resources that exist, and how development should happen. We believe communities should have their voices heard in development, that the development that is happening in Miami is not only for people who are building 100 units, but about the people who want to preserve their communities, who are building 5, 10, 15 units. How do they also feel as if there's resources for them available to them, guidance, technical assistance that's available to them to help walk them through that process?
If you are a neighborhood level developer, or if you own your own land, you are easily priced out of the market of being able to develop your property so that it could be able to increase your individual wealth building. What 3Cs does is provide support from capacity building and making sure that there's that technical assistance that is so important to navigate the permitting process, the fund development process. We also really focus in on how best to be able to get you to the point where financing can be able to be a reality, beginning with pre-development grants. Once those pre-development grants are accessible, then a developer or a landowner can be able to be prepared with the homework that they need to do to be able to be eligible for public sector financing or private sector financing. If we're developing strategy, we need to be able to collaborate with communities, making sure that we're working with organizations that understand the community, are in the community, and can be able to make sure that residents, landowners, and nonprofits are working together. And so that also is at the heart of the 3C's work. What we need to be able to do is make sure that our work is not imposed upon a community, but more so it's developed and derived from the community needs and developed with community and ultimately in a sustainable way so that they can be able to stay in their own neighborhoods, they can be able to thrive in their own neighborhoods, and that the effort can be able to be sustained.
The neighborhoods that we're working in have a couple of things in common. First of all, they are all neighborhoods that are near to mass transit and they're near to jobs. They're congregated in basically the center of the county. And they are also some of the neighborhoods experiencing the most rapid investment and gentrification and then displacement. So we're really trying to help those property owners and those developers who want to do small scale deals access that capital and helping them sort of prepare and have the minimum kind of threshold to get access to that capital. Our real hope is that we can transform the ecosystem around small scale affordable housing development in Miami. We have a lot that exists today that's small multifamily that is not subsidized, but it is affordable and we're losing it very rapidly. And we also have small parcels of land that are available and it could accommodate new construction of smaller multifamily affordable housing, but it's really hard to do either of those things. So we want to really affect the systems that facilitate and accelerate those kinds of developments.
The reason why 3Cs, the framework, is really valuable for us as a nonprofit is we really believe that we want to preserve affordable housing units in our community. We actually know that at the pace and the rate and the way that development has been happening in Miami is unsustainable. Our communities are being displaced more and more. And so we wanted to, one, have a values-based approach, but also make best practices known around the developments that's happening that we can develop in a different way, in a way that includes community, in a way that still keeps the units affordable. And so those are the approaches that I think 3C brings us to, and making a case study for government to say, you don't have to develop in the way that you have. Consider small developer, consider people who are developing units under 50, under 30, under just us, like 5 units. How do we get in the game? How do we preserve affordability?
While working with a small batch of projects, we are not just helping the developers, we are also learning through the process. We are documenting our challenges and forcing ourselves to think through how we can be able to improve policies and processes to address these challenges and make things easier for the developers. Our approach can be the catalyst for diversifying affordable housing and creating sustainable, community-focused development. By showing what's possible with this small batch of projects, developers, residents, community organizations can be able to pave the way for new housing strategies that can be able to prioritize marginalized communities, community development, and the well-being of Miami residents overall.